Hi guys, welcome to or welcome back to Cooking with Pouncy. Thank you so much for tuning in to Cooking with Pouncy. If you are here for the first time, thank you very much, and I appreciate it. Thank you. If you like what you see, guys, please subscribe to my channel. I would certainly appreciate that. And tell me what you think as well, and pass this on as you see fit. Tonight I'm going to do some chicken Parmigiano. That's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to put this together in spite of all the obstacles I might be facing here with this meal. And it's going to be very, very good as well. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to reposition the camera, and I'll be right back with you in just a moment. So bear with me. You guys have probably made this before. This is Cooking with Pouncy's ad-libbing here, okay? Anyway, we're going to have some salt here, actually. A little iodized salt. You can use whatever salt you'd like. I'm going to use a little bit of this Italian seasoning on my chicken as well. The salt will go in there too. I've got some coarse ground black pepper that's going to go on there as well. I've got a little bit of garlic. I'm going to have maybe a half a teaspoon of this minced garlic. I don't have any fresh garlic. I would put that in there, a couple cloves in there, but I don't have any. So maybe about a half a teaspoon of this minced garlic I'll have in there. Excuse me. I've got a couple of eggs that I'm going to crack because I'm going to have my little prep station here to get my chicken breaded before I put it in my pan over here, which you'll see as well. And so we're going to be doing that here momentarily as I crack my eggs. And what I did with the chicken, when I got, did I say olive oil? I don't think I did. I've got some olive oil that I'm going to be frying this chicken in. And I'm going to brown it on both sides. And you'll be seeing that as well. Put my sauce in. I did not make my marinara sauce from scratch. It's very easy to do. I did purchase a commercial one. This one here happens to be something called Buongiorno Italia. It's very good. I've tried it before when I get lazy and don't want to make my own. That's what I buy. So that's what we're going to be using tonight with this chicken Parmigiano. Okay. So I think I've told you everything I need to. I'm looking behind me. I've already cooked my pasta as well, guys. That's already done. It's al dente. I think I got it. Excuse me, al dente. Don't want to overcook that pasta because you don't want it mushy either. So anyway, I told you about my salt. I'm reaching back here to grab, and you guys have seen me with this seafood magic stuff here. I think I'm going to use this on my chicken. You can use it on chicken and pork and beef as well. So I'm going to use this for my seasoning because it has excellent flavor, all right? I'm not endorsing anybody's product, but I use that a lot, and I'm going to be using it on this chicken. I think that's about all I got to tell you, and I'm going to show you the station here as I get this breaded, get my oil hot in order to cook my chicken breast. Now, excuse me, the chicken breasts are pretty large, as you might see here. I got long fingers, not a really wide hand, but these are big. I was disappointed because I wanted small ones. The package said small breast. These look like turkey breasts, for God's sakes. Pretty near. So, and what I did, excuse me, I put them on the my cutting board here, put some saran wrap over the top of them, and I use my meat mallet to pound them out, to spread them out, to make them uniform in size. As you know, chicken breasts are real big on one end, and they taper down to the smaller side end, rather. They get real thin. So to make them uniform in cooking, I flatten them out so they will do that. And they're going to shrink up a little bit too. So I'm going to be doing that in just a minute here. I'm going to cut that little piece of fat off. You guys might see that. I'm going to trim that off. That's the only thing I'll be doing with this. They've been cleaned and flattened like you see here, but I'll take that off because I don't want to have to worry about it rendering off. I'll take it off. You'll see that in a little bit too. And I'll be back in just a little bit. We're going to start this breading line and get it in the pan and get it cooked and get it ready to go in the oven for about 10 minutes at about 400 degrees to get the cheese melted and all that. I did not have any sliced mozzarella. I think I mentioned that to you. I got some shredded mozzarella here. I'm going to use it. And I've also got some shredded Parmesan cheese over here as well. We're going to make this dish no matter what, guys. I'm going to put a little bit of seasoning, a little bit of salt and pepper in those eggs, okay? And let's do that before I touch my chicken. A little bit, just like you're going to scramble egg. Not too much, not too much. And a little black pepper as well, just to have a little seasoning in that. I'm putting a little bit of seasoning in my flour, not too much. That's about 3 teaspoons. And I put a little black pepper in that too. So I don't want to miss out on the flavor. I'm going to put a little bit of this Italian seasoning in my flour, a little bit, not much. That's about a teaspoon. Is that a 3/4 teaspoon? Okay, good enough. Now, I don't think I told you about the breadcrumbs. I am going to bread it, but what I started to do earlier, I have got some panko crumbs that I was going to use. I didn't have quite enough. Then I was going to mix it, and I changed my mind. Rather than mixing it with the regular breadcrumbs, I decided just to use the breadcrumbs, okay? So that's what we're going to do. Just breadcrumbs. I'm not going to get fancy with the panko. We're just going to do this with our regular breadcrumbs. You can use Italian breadcrumbs if you want to in yours. This is what I found in my cupboard. And we got about, 3 cups in there, I suppose? You just need enough to coat your chicken. Same thing with the flour. I don't know how much I got, but I do have enough. That's enough eggs with those 2 that I'm going to be coming by here once I get my chicken in my flour here, okay? So let me stir that a little bit. Get that little bit of salt in there. Watch your sodium, you guys. You don't need a whole lot. And I'm not going to have a whole lot because I'm going to season the chicken as well, remember? Maybe you don't because I didn't tell you that yet, but I'm going to, okay? So let's go then with some black pepper on our chicken. And now, gotta be careful. Notice I'm using my right hand. I didn't touch the chicken with the right hand. And that's okay to touch the salt and pepper shaker and the rest of the stuff because I haven't touched the chicken with this hand, guys. And that's about cross-contamination or not, all right? So let's put some this here, like I indicated, this seafood magic, but it's going to go in this chicken. It's really, really good flavor. So let's sprinkle a generous amount of that on there. Again, watch that sodium content, guys. You can put a generous amount of this stuff on there because it isn't that salty. It really isn't. I've used it a lot. Many times, I should say, a lot. So let's get that on there. Let's do the same thing over here. I am disappointed with these chicken breasts. I'll tell you, they look like turkey breasts. They're so big. Okay, I could have put a little olive oil on them too, so that this seasoning would stick. It's not necessary. I got olive oil in the pan. I'm going to reach back in just a second and turn that burner on, so we can get these things cooked once they get breaded in our little operation over here. So let's do that. I'm going to turn it on like medium high. I got about 4 tablespoons of olive oil in there as well, all right? So let's go over here. And you're going to see me when I come to here with this chicken as I'm getting it ready. I'm going to put it right on the cutting board there, I think. I'm pressing the flour in it. I don't know whether you guys can see that. And I'm just pressing the flour in each one of these, okay? And I've got 2. And the flour is getting pressed down in here. And I'm going to go to the egg, like I said. I don't think you guys can really see that. I'm going to go to the egg. Let's get the egg in there. Both sides. And then we're going to go to our crumbs. Think you can see that? And I'm just kind of pressing it down just so the crumbs will stick to the other side. Then I'm going to turn it over and do the same thing on the other side. I won't complain again about the size of these chicken breasts. It's almost as big as this baking dish I've got here. So that's that. I got that one in there. And let's put that right here. That'll hang out right there all by itself till this buddy joins them over here. Doing the same thing, guys. I'm pressing the flour in into the chicken breast. I'm pressing it quite hard as well. Pressing down quite hard. Again in the egg. I don't. Sometimes I've done this before without doing it with the egg and all that. I just thought I'd try this. See if I could hold some moisture in that chicken and some more flavor. That's what I'm doing here. So there you have it. And again, we're going to go in the crumbs. Go in the crumbs here. Same thing. And we're going to just turn this over again, like I did that one. I'm going to press again. And I'll reach back and make sure my oil isn't getting too hot, and it isn't. So just right there. Again, I got about 4 tablespoons of olive oil in there. And that's good for this one here. That's good. This is the beginning of hopefully a very delicious meal. I'm actually done with this whole process right here. We're going to get this cleaned up. I'm going to get these here ready. The oil is just about ready for me to put them in there and get them brown on both sides, and we'll go from there, guys. So bear with me. Okay, guys, I think my oil is hot enough here. I just think there's a little hint of smoke, and that's good. I'm ready to put these on there, these huge chicken breasts, and my oil so we can get them browned. And again, they're pretty thin. I don't know whether you can see that, guys, but they're pretty flat, okay? So it's not going to take that much to cook these. I'm going to pretty much make them done in this pan here. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Let's go ahead and do that right now. It's just sizzling. You can see it smoking over there. Let's get these in there. I had a larger pan earlier because I was going to do 3 because I thought they were going to be small. I don't want to go there again. But they weren't, so anyway. That's good. That's on almost, that's about a medium high. And they're sizzling real nice. I'm going to get them nice and brown on that one side before I flip them over. And as you remember, I did put a bit of seasoning, that seafood magic stuff I've got. You can certainly use any kind of seasoning you want on your Parmesan chicken. So let's continue with this. And I'm going to peek at it in a little bit. I've got a little bit of garlic. Remember I told you I'm going to put about I don't have any fresh garlic. This is minced. I'm going to put about a half a teaspoon of this garlic in there. I don't want it to burn, so I won't put it in there right now. And I'm going to keep my eye on this because I don't want this to burn either. And I'm going to kick it down just a little bit as it does its thing. Okay? I'll be right back with you when I flip them over, and they should be nice and brown, and we'll do that same thing on the other side, and then we'll go with the rest of the process. Okay, so I'll be back shortly. All right, guys, I got that one done, and here's the other one, just about ready. It's got beautiful color. You can see that. And that's looking pretty good. What I'm going to do here now in just a moment, I did the other one about 4 minutes on the other side. I just flipped it over and probably going to do about 3 to 4 minutes, and this chicken's going to be pretty much done, again, because it's so thin. I'm going to then add my sauce. There is not a whole lot of oil or grease in there. I'm going to add some sauce in here. I'm going to put my chicken back in here. I'm going to put my sauce on top of the chicken as well. And I'll put some cheese on there as well. I don't have, like I said, fresh mozzarella. I've got the shredded, but I'm going to just put that shredded mozzarella and some Parmesan on top of that sauce. And then we're going to call it a day here with this chicken Parmesan, okay? So looking good. I guess that's still hot. My sauce is hot, again, like I said. And next time you see this, I'll be plating it up for you guys. It's all looking good, and it smells absolutely scrumptious, okay? Be back in a little bit. Guys, I just put that garlic in there. You can see it right there. And that garlic is already ready. All that's releasing its aroma. It's looking pretty good, okay? We're going to put our sauce on there now. Sauce is also hot. And I'm sort of ad-libbing. I don't usually do this this way, guys. Put our sauce in there. I'll turn that down because I don't want it that hot. Okay. Okay. All right, we're going to put our chicken back in there. Our cheese on the top, like I said, put it in the oven for about 10 minutes. And we're going to plate it up. All right, guys. Here is the finished product. That looks really, really good. Let's put that one right there. We're going to take this one out of the way here. We're going to move this one out of the way. And we're going to, I made some, I didn't tell you guys this, but I made some asparagus. I baked them for that last 10 minutes that this dish went in there. And they look really good as well. They're al dente. All right, guys, here it is. And this is the end result of this beautiful meal. Chicken Parmesan. I don't know why I said it like that, but anyway, there it is, guys. It's beautiful. That shredded mozzarella worked out very well. and the grated Parmesan is underneath that. And then there's your spaghetti. Could have used linguine, but that's spaghetti. And here are those wonderful baked asparagus. I got seasoning on those as well, guys. So this is ready to consume, and that's what happens when you cook with Pouncy and you make your chicken Parmesan and ad lib like I just did with this whole process here. Thank you once again so much for tuning in to Cooking with Pouncy. I appreciate that, guys. Please hit that like button if you like what you see, and if you decide to make this dish for yourself and your family, I certainly hope that you guys will enjoy it as much as we're going to enjoy this meal tonight as well. Thanks again, and pass this on as you see fit, and let me know what you think as well. Thank you. Bye.